you there? Oh, okay.
Hello,
Hello, morning.
how are you?
Hi. You know that I had a problem with my computer. I need to buy a new one, but well, I don't know when will that be.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Sue.
Am I-
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Fine. I've just had a terrible accident with my mate.
Oh, what happened?
Um, I was setting everything, to get online, and I have my mate here on the side, but this desk is pretty small because it's just for my computer.
Ah,
And I knocked it over, luckily, to the floor.
Well, yeah.
But
Lucky.
as these floors are wooden floors, I cannot leave it there. I had to clean
no.
it up quickly before
Uh,
starting because now there is, all the place where the matte was spilled is different. I will have to polish it again and everything.
Oh,
But
no.
well, accidents happen,
Yeah.
especially when you are working in small places. But well,
no,
Same here.
the,
My desk is small, so I have everything here over the desk, but I have to order this because, to be honest, it's a mess. So I understand you because it happens, as you said, when you have a small, a small space or at least a small desk.
yeah, that's right.
no, I was saying that I don't know. Something happened with my computer. It says that it was running out of, I don't know, memory or whatever, and I had to reinstall all my email accounts.
Yes.
And I had to do that like several times. I don't know why they. It's like I am using Edge because since my computer doesn't have enough space, I try to download. I try to use Chrome, but it's very since it is um so heavy, let's say. But well, so the thing is that I lost all my email accounts. I had to enter again with all the passwords and all that. And now I want to set up as my default email account my own, my personal.
Hmm.
And the thing is that the day that I entered the email account, the one that I set up was the history SIG.
Oh,
And now I cannot set it into my own account as default. I don't know how to do that because I've been reading all Gmail stuff and I don't know where to find it.
to be honest, I would have to
No,
see
if you know, tell
see it
me.
because
Then
I don't use Edge.
exactly,
I
nobody uses nobody
no,
uses it.
I
Everybody
have
uses
Chrome,
Chrome.
and no,
Yeah.
I also have Brave in my laptop
Ah, okay.
because it's an older laptop and Chrome is like too much for it.
Yeah, Chrome is.
But Brave is a little bit not so much because it's not that it doesn't consume memory or stuff like that, but it is not so much as Chrome, and it
Okay.
has some things that are quite similar. So there I have Brave. If not, I use Opera.
My mom uses Opera because she tells that the neighbor who works in computer told her to use Opera.
Well, the thing is that I don't know right now, but traditionally Opera was supposed to be safer
Ah, okay.
as regards, especially this
Yeah, banking.
incognito mode and things like that worked better for the banking part and everything. So I have an Opera installation just to use the banking accounts.
Ah,
So
okay.
do my parents. I don't know if right now it is still the best, but well, habits, old habits die hard.
Yeah.
And also, most Opera versions are lighter than
Than
Chrome
Chrome.
and all
Yeah.
that
Chrome
stuff.
is Chrome. It's all the resources.
Well, nowadays, if you see computers that are meant to last for many years, have a lot of RAM memory, a lot of memory.
Okay.
Because all these apps, all these web apps we use a lot of memory. As they are not installed in the computer any longer, then you are using the memory
All
constantly
the time.
to
Yeah.
use them online. So you need a lot. And most of our older computers don't have so much memory.
Exactly.
Traditionally, well,
Shaba, I'm sorry, I have to turn off the camera and the mic because the plumber is coming and he's
don't
going back
worry.
and forth. So sorry, but I am paying attention.
Don't worry. Traditionally, computers had less memory. I remember when I bought my laptop computer, which is now almost 15 years old. Yes, it's an old
Okay.
thing. But it was like, wow, the computer. And it had 3 GB of RAM memory. So it was not that much if you think about it.
Yeah.
But at that time, I didn't need more. I started adding more memory as the computer became older and things became more and more online.
Online. Yeah. That's right.
So I needed to use these online apps instead of installing programs in my computer so much. And so computers started coming with these smaller and smaller hard drives because you do not need to have so many things in your computer, and more memory.
Memory. Yeah.
So nowadays, what you need is a fast computer with fast processing and a lot of memory.
Yes, a friend of mine was planning to buy one. I told her that at least I don't know which is the well, obviously the maximum is a lot, but the minimum requirement I think it is. I
16
don't.
nowadays.
Yeah, I think so.
16
Well,
is the
mine.
minimum.
Yeah, mine has. I think it has 8 or
Probably because there was a time in which 8 was a lot.
yeah.
And not so long ago.
But I bought this computer in 2022
That's
or
why, yes.
2021. I don't remember. I mean,
But
it was after the pandemic, but Alicia
at
is
that
asking.
time, I remember that I was working with 8 GB of RAM, and I was working,
Yeah.
doing, Meet and 100 things at the same time, and I was working.
Yes.
Of course, it was consuming a lot of my memory. It's not
Yeah.
that the computer was, I don't know, dancing. I checked. I had this program who checked the memory consumption, and it showed me that when I was in the middle of these meet calls and everything, all the memory was being used. There was nothing available for anything else. So if I wanted to
Yeah.
open one more thing, the computer would have said no.
No. Yeah.
But at that time, I was working with that and I was working fine. But after the pandemic, everything progressed more and more to online apps.
Online versions. Yeah.
And so everything became more and more demanding.
Belu,
Yes.
Alicia is asking for Maria is asking for the link. I don't know if how do you send it to her privately or do you send it there to the WhatsApp group?
Let's send it to the WhatsApp group. The problem is that my WhatsApp is closed in the computer because I am in between fixing my phone. Can you send it to her?
Yes, I will. I can.
because my computer, no, my cell
There.
phone broke down.
Yeah, I don't know what happened last night with the email that
Yeah.
the format was like, I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't know
know,
why.
because Cynthia sent it, and she
Okay.
probably sent it through her cell phone.
Okay.
Because yeah, she probably sent it through her phone.
I don't
Because
think.
I was at work last night, and I
Yes.
generally arrive home at about, I don't know, 10 something. So if she wasn't able to send the email, I sent it. And last
Okay.
night I lost my usual bus, and then the following bus never showed up. So I arrived home like 11:30. I wanted to die. So Cynthia sent me a message like, Belu, is it possible that we didn't receive the email? And I told her, no, I haven't been able to get home yet, so I haven't sent it. And so she sent it, but she probably did it through her phone because she's,
Yeah.
far away.
She's
What I did was I selected just the let's say
Yeah.
link, and then I click on the link, and I want to enter the
Yeah.
meeting, and
Because
that's all. But yes, it was a strange way to send the link. You're right.
yeah,
Because
I
she
wa-
probably copied all the message from last month and changed. You see that it's the same date as last month. She didn't even correct the date. So she
Okay.
probably copied and sent the message from last
Okay.
month again, because it's the same link. We always use the same link, actually.
Yes, I've learned to do that, and I do that with the history. Yes, I as you, Silvana is in Belgrano, well, in Villa General Belgrano as well. She went there to talk about technology, but
It's an event about technology.
I don't remember very well what it was about.
I think it has to do with education.
Yes.
I really don't, because one of the speakers was Chris Coons, that is the CEO, let's say, of Anglia Examinations in Spain and Latin America. So,
Wow.
and I know he was speaking there because I saw it in their website, but the Instagram account.
Yeah.
So if he was speaking there, he doesn't specialize in technology. He specializes mostly in pronunciation and stuff like that. So it was probably more centered on education than anything else.
Yeah, Congreso de Idiomas.
There we are.
Congreso de Idiomas, Villa General Belgrano. There it was.
But well, Cynthia is over there and we are over here.
Yeah. Well, okay.
So she was kind enough to send the link, but I think that's all she could do. Manuel. All right, people, the idea...
Sorry, I have an idea. Maybe what we can do is to attach the link in our WhatsApp group, similar to the business group.
The thing with that, we were discussing this with the history state the other day. The thing with that is that generally in the WhatsApp groups there are more people who fill in the form. So if you have the link constantly there, and someone is not a paid up member, what do you do? What do we do? This is the thing.
Yeah, well,
but
one of the things we did was this thing of closing the call so that I had to admit everyone. So if someone tries to come inside and they are not, I don't know, one of the usual members or someone that is not on the list, we do not admit them. The problem comes when someone is trying to get in with, I don't know, their husband's account or something like that. Or a work account that doesn't have their name because maybe it has the name of an institute.
Okay.
Like that. That's the complication, let's say.
So this is the reason why we take because the people we send the email to are the ones that actually fill in the form.
That's right, because we copy the emailing list from the form.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hello, Ali. We cannot hear you. Are you talking to us or to someone else?
Hello, here I am.
There you are.
Oh, but what you can do is, yes, I was looking for the website and I got into another website, into the our WhatsApp group there at the top where the information says, where I think we could put it. And then when you're in class, you just allow in our session the people you know. If you don't know somebody, you don't allow, and just type in the group, who is this? Maybe we can do that.
That is a good idea. Yes,
because if not today, I was trying to find out. I said, how come?
Okay.
The thing is, as I was telling the girls,
and they in other 6 they do this. We have the link.
Really?
In the WhatsApp group, so you get directly into it.
Okay.
That's why I told you, Marta,
that
in the business WhatsApp group we have it attached on the top.
Yes,
we have the link.
So you click in and you forget about that. And if you see a face that it's not one that you know, and the name and you stop and ask, and maybe you can not allow him anymore or her.
Right. Yeah. That's
because I would say that would be more rare than having somebody not being able to, like today.
Yeah, that's
to
right.
click into the.
That is correct.
And find information.
Okay. Well,
I agree with that. Okay, girls. As I was saying, the idea for today was talking a little bit about activities aided with technology or created with technology, but to do offline, which is sometimes, I think, one of the problems we have nowadays. Everything is super connected. But there comes a point in which we need to disconnect, in the secondary school I work on, we are having this problem. We have the biggest classroom in the school is upstairs. There is no internet upstairs. The Wi-Fi rarely gets there. Maybe if the wind blows, but there is no internet upstairs. No internet for anyone. I mean, if I need to get online for something, I need to use my cell phone and my data, because the internet doesn't reach there.
And what do you do in that class when you have that class?
Well, I have to do a lot of traditional things, and I have to
like what?
Like using books, using copies, using text, but
photocopies.
I download or prepare material with my computer and I print it. Yes, I have been able to buy a printer. Yes, because I have been without a printer for a couple of years. My big printer is still there because I haven't decided to throw her away yet. I hope I can fix her someday, but I haven't found anyone to fix her yet. But I bought a smaller one, and so
I agree. I think that something we have to do that has to not to do with technology, okay, or include in a different way, and because people are getting too technologicalized. I don't know how to say. So,
yeah. Well,
but how?
I don't know what happens with adults, because I teach very few adult classes, and as they are online, most of the time they are using their phone for the call, because I have
not in my case.
I have a couple of students who have older computers or desktop computers which have no cameras, so they are online with their computer and their cell phone to use it as a camera, so they are not distracted with the phone. because the
No,
phone
because
is part of the call. They cannot use it.
Well, what I would do, something I do if I have a call, because I have no connection and I have to use the telephone, I tell them, okay, do you have a pain in your back, for example? Yes, most of them say, because they are 9 hours in front of a computer. Okay, so today is a different class. So you're going to lie on your back, stretch your legs up, and have this class, but in a different position. Find a comfortable spot where you can be. Go and walk in the garden and on the street, wherever you still have connection. So that is, and we have a class, and it's a conversation class, and they love
Okay.
it.
Ah,
Right?
wow.
And this happened to me because I had no connection. So or if I have a long class, I say, well, the first 20 minutes we will devote to that. Right? So you do something, I don't know, hanging your clothes, suppose, if it's a woman at home, right? Well, and you describe what you see, what you do, whatever. So that would be something to make use of the phone. My students many times connect from their cars, for example, while they
Wow.
are driving, because and we talk, and so this would be something offline. So sometimes when I feel when I see that my students don't miss a class, I think I must be a good teacher, because if they are
Obviously.
having along the year and don't miss classes, and when they miss classes they say, I'm so sorry, there is something. And I love all the technology. I find it's super good, but then I feel, poor guys, more of the same thing. So we have to do something different.
Well, my husband works online 9 hours a day, and he doesn't want to do anything on the computer because he's sick and tired of it.
The
And he
same
said,
happens to me.
I said,
After,
if I have to do, I don't know, a drawing course, I would go there in person
of
or
course,
That's right.
something. He doesn't want to do anything online. And I told
no,
him, well, most people these days do things online because, I mean, this is what the majority does. But
right.
well, but it's
But
true what you are
there comes
saying.
a point in which you are exhausted.
So
I have always been a
yes,
very technological person, and I love computers and I love computer games. I love playing computer games. But I remember during the pandemic, for example, that we were 24/7 online. I couldn't play.
yes, girls, sorry,
Yes,
Belen, because we all have this feeling. So let's concentrate on the doing, not on
yes,
describing. What can we do? So
that's
because
correct.
we have
Thank you,
half a
Ali.
minute,
Yes,
30
thank you,
minutes.
Ali.
So what
You're
can
right.
we do? Because if not, we will describe and time will go by.
Well, one of the things
Yes.
that I do if I have, a big screen or a projector available is prepare PowerPoint slides or slides of some type, but that I can project without internet. Because I want my students to have, some visual stimuli, and sometimes there is nothing. I mean, at schools, at state-run schools, there is nothing. There are no books. And books are very expensive nowadays. So
Yeah.
maybe you get one book, two books, and they offer to make photocopies. But I don't like this photocopy idea because it's all gray, and I think students need color, they need pictures, they need things. So I prefer to prepare that myself or to download something from somewhere and maybe adapt it to my students. Yes.
No,
We have a screen in our schools. We have a screen. So there, for example, I I share photos, and we generally describe them, or we use them for brainstorming. I don't know if you're going to talk about something. We use that because luckily, some of the classrooms here in the city of Buenos Aires, they have a screen. It's like I don't know.
again, sorry, but I am working as the devil's advocate. But
Okay.
again, I feel you say the screen, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to draw a line between, to draw comparisons between what you do presentially and online, right? Because
Okay.
so again,
This,
a screen, visual impacts. Students are bombarded by visual impacts, right? Through the screens. So, what to do that has not to do with what they see on a screen? Call it a screen through a computer, a screen through something that you are projecting. What can we
well,
do?
I
Use
tend,
other senses.
no, but I tend to read a lot aloud, and I ask them to copy, because my students find it very hard to do listening activities.
Yes.
I don't know why this year all the groups that I have.
Everybody, all students, young,
No,
adults,
but this
different
year,
levels.
no, this year to me is worse. They don't get it. So what I do is, okay, I play the listening activity, let's say, and if they don't get it, I try to read. I read. And there it's different because they get, obviously you are different, a different person from the person that is reading in the listening activity. And there they get it. Now, what I try to do to sharpen, let's say, their listening skills, whenever I'm going to give them something to read, I tell them, okay, I'm going to read this, and you write down keywords. And there, most of them get like the gist of what they are going to read later.
Yes, but this is a listening activity. So
Not
what can,
necessarily.
yes, typical
Oh,
listening activity.
well,
So what
but
can, I was thinking something different, but
okay,
to get them out of the screen, out of a, maybe you ask them to listen,
yeah,
and maybe they can draw. While they listen, they have to draw what they listen to.
okay,
So I am thinking of, or yes, closing their eyes and imagining, right, the situation. So
okay.
because we need them to like not use their eyes to see. So the listening is excellent, but include other senses, imagination, drawing, maybe.
I did a similar activity. My students
Yeah.
were listening to the eye of, I don't remember, it was last year. I don't remember the name of the song, The Eye of a Tiger.
The Eye of the
Ah,
Tiger.
yeah.
Yes.
And as they were listening, I asked them to draw whatever
Uh,
came to their minds. Well, and they drew, I don't know, they climbing a mountain or something that represented that they had kind of power. So it was a good activity. But the problem is that not all of them liked drawing so well.
well,
Maybe they were
but
like,
right,
so.
of course. I am not a good drawer, but maybe they can use sticks or
Yeah, or something.
shapes,
Yeah.
triangles, rectangulars, squares, something to, or use their imagination. What when they listen to, if they, okay, what comes to their mind, what feelings, close their eyes and listen, and maybe they come with something totally different from the song, right? Totally different from the song, from the reading. Okay, but this puts you in which mood? Okay, how do you feel? Happy, sad? So we start talking about something completely different and out of the screen again, whatever the screen is. Ideas that come to me now because I
Yes,
listened to
yes.
you and not because I had something prepared. And for those who like movement, maybe to stand and move while they listen, move, exercise. So you have people who learn through movement, some through
I
listening, some through drawing.
Well, this is easier with primary school students. I remember
With adults too, sorry, with adults,
I
they will
haven't.
start laughing.
Yeah,
They will.
I haven't taught adults for many years.
I teach adults. Yeah.
No, I teach children and adolescents.
With adolescents, it's harder because they
Yeah,
are more
no,
self-conscious.
they would.
And they
No,
don't
but you
like
have to
moving
make
around.
them. They will love you. Maybe you have to break that barrier, but they will love you because they will be able to express themselves. Be crazy. Tell
No,
them.
in the thing in the schools where I work, there are like 30 students.
Well, I have this classroom I was telling you about. They are 36 students.
Okay.
And the classroom is the biggest one in the school, but it's not big enough. So there is
That's
very
happening.
little space.
I was thinking, now as you say, big enough. So you do a reading activity, for example, and you tell them you can draw, you can imagine, or you can act it out, whatever you want.
Okay, that is a good option because
But you say
them...
there is something more. While you are drawing, or somebody who is drawing will be like this. Somebody who is imagining will be close your eyes and imagine, and somebody will be moving. So pay attention. Who else is drawing, or who else is moving? So at the end of the activity, those who move get together, those who draw get together, and those who were imagining with their closed eyes won't know, but they will be left alone, for example, or you will have to ask, okay, join. And then together they discuss what they understood, what is there, and then they, like in groups, mini groups, right? And then you put all this in together, or together they can create a better drawing, something, a better movement for what invent, use imagination. This is what we need to do, different from computers. Help them be creative, invent, use their minds, not out of artificial intelligence, out of screening. Ideas that come to my mind. Sorry.
Please, out of artificial intelligence. I mean, we had our annual seminar. We heard a lot of people talking about artificial intelligence and how we can use it to help our students. And I think it's amazing, and I agree we need to teach our students to use it. But it has come to an excess in which many students are using artificial intelligence to think for them. So we need to first get them out of that. Remind them how to think, remind them how to use their imagination, reactivate their imagination, and then move them back to, okay, this is artificial intelligence. It's going to help you with this. Help you. But the thinking is you. And then the artificial intelligence is an aid.
Well, so we have to prepare activities to get them out of this. Use them, but also other classes where you don't use that at all. And I think these classes will be the most liked because will be different.
Yes, definitely. Okay.
Cards are also a good idea. Cards.
Yeah.
I remember that last year I was involved in a conversation group. It was for adults. I was kind of a student there, not the teacher. We were all, well, as I told you, we were all adults, and we were divided into different groups. And we had cards, and you had to complete the sentence, and they were not easy sentences. They had conditionals, reported speech, well, different grammar topics. And then we had a topic to discuss about. There was no technology there, so we had to be very creative, use our imagination. But I think that cards is a resource that always helps you when you don't have AI or something like that.
Last weekend was the Anglia Congress,
Mm-hmm.
And the Anglia Congress always has this exhibition hall, with bookshops and other. Well, we used to have them in the APIBA events when we had a place for an exhibition hall too. And we bought, well, a couple of course, of board games with cards, but we bought one that is a little box with roscos, like the one from Pasapalabra.
Oh, yeah.
And they are prepared for different levels. So they have, definitions and words for all the letters, but in different levels, for very low levels with very simple definitions, and then for higher levels with more complicated definitions and more complicated words, of course. And that is also a great thing, because you do not need anything. You don't even need your cell phone. It's just a piece of paper and a board, and they have to cover the letters with green or red, depending on if they got the word right or wrong, and someone reading the definitions and someone guessing.
But this is presential, or you can play it online as well?
You can play it online as well if you want.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do that with during the pandemic with first graders, because first graders didn't know how to write, they didn't know how to. So I used to play. I have a very small rosco, and we used to. To enhance vocabulary, we used to do those activities.
Where can you buy that, in Kel?
No, you prepare it.
You can prepare it. We bought one because, well, of course, it saves a lot of time, because there were 15 already prepared in different levels.
You bought one.
I bought one.
Where?
You can prepare it. No, I don't remember the name, because I think the girls were from some province, but I don't remember where. No. Let me check, because I have it in the institute, not here. So let me check, and then I'll let you know. Mm-hmm. Because they probably have an online shop or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Is it Night Owl resources?
No, it was not Night Owl, because they were at the back, and this was in the middle of the hall.
Okay.
Probably Che Teacher or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, Che Teacher, I know. I don't know the girls, but I've heard of them. The one that I prepared was with Educa Play. Educa Play has like a kind of rosco.
Yeah, I was checking that.
Educa Play. I used to do that with my also for at the end of the year with and I prepared several with for all the students that I have had. They laugh a lot because they kind of, okay, what do we remember when it is at the end of the year? What do we remember from the first term? I don't know.
Che Teacher is for free?
No, because they make resources.
Exactly.
Tell them. Yeah. Mostly are physical resources.
Yeah, exactly.
All of them on Instagram. They are on Instagram.
Yes.
No, I am seeing them on the web, and so whatever they show, it's to buy physically, to use physically.
Yes.
Yes.
But they have very nice resources. One of the teachers in my institute bought a set of cards for speaking with different topics. I don't remember now the level, but different topics, so they can debate, which is also very nice for higher levels, because she has a B1 made out of teenagers, and she needs them to speak, for example. And that was quite nice. We also use board games in the institute. We adapted some tradition. No, for example, for Halloween,
like Pictionary, something like that.
For Halloween, we play Misterio. I don't know if you have ever. It's like Clue. Have you ever played Clue? The one you have to go around the mansion and discover who murdered the victim. Well,
is it online or
no? It's a traditional board game from when I was a child. Well, Misterio is something like that, but it's with monsters, and stuff like that. Let me see if I find the game. Yeah, here. So this is Misterio. It basically is a board game where you are in a castle. Well, this is Clue, the one here, but this is Misterio. So the board is a castle with different rooms, and you have to discover who murdered whom and where. Yes, so you have some small pieces for the victims, which are the people that live in the castle, Count, Countess, and all the...
And where can you buy this, Belen?
It's a board game, so anywhere they sell games, I guess. I think I even saw it in the supermarket.
Well, but this is in Spanish, not in English.
Yes, of course, but we just printed out the little labels with the names in English, and we plug them over, and they play Misterio in English. And they don't need to use a lot of language, but this is amazing because I have level 1s trying to discover who killed whom and where. Because they enter the room and say, okay, I think Count Dracula killed the Countess in the hall. And they are using English.
Right. Do you know if Kel sells this kind of games? Any idea? Or
I know that Kel has cards.
Excuse me?
Kel has lots of cards, different cards to use with your students, but I'm not sure about board games.
I really don't know.
But this board game you cannot play, for example, online. No.
Well, I have a digital version. That is to say, I have a photo of someone digitalized the game so that you can print it, so you can put it in a slide if you want and play, moving them around. But you would have to do a lot of the moving, and students would have to give you instructions. It is possible. It's a little bit longer, maybe, and more awkward.
How long does it take you? How long does it take to play the game if you are face to face?
That depends on how many players there are, and sometimes it's a little bit of luck. I have seen groups of students solve it in 20 minutes, and I have seen groups of students solve it in an hour.
Okay, so an hour would be the most, more or less.
Yes.
Okay.
But I think you can. I mean, with this thing with games is that you can shorter them, or you can make them shorter, or you can adapt it to the level of your students. Because the thing with board games is that you start. For example, I have lots of board games that came with Teachers Magazine, and I use them in face to face with my students. But then I realized, no, this was too long, and probably I cut, and I do lots of things that I remember doing them when we were in the pandemic, because I didn't know what to do with the kids. especially with first, I used to, during the pandemic, I had first and third grade. It was very difficult for the kids if their parents were not there, which was sometimes the case because their parents were working, and they open up the computer and they let the child there. So I tested the game for the first time, and then I shortened it. So these are the things that you can try.
Scrabble? Do you know if there is a Scrabble in English?
There must be.
Yes, there must be.
Yeah.
Where?
but you can get.
Maybe you can get it in Mercado Libre.
No, or probably you
English.
can. I mean, you can enter, I don't know, Educa Play or all those pages where you have resources, and there you adapt the games.
Which are the sites where you can find
Educa Play, Word Wall. I don't. These are the ones that are well. World War now is like completely. I mean, you cannot even search for if you haven't paid, you cannot even search for games. You need to find a way into. I mean, how to get there without if you are not willing to pay. I think World War is worth paying, but
How much does it cost?
I don't think it is too much.
Mm.
I haven't paid this year, but I paid last year and it wasn't that much.
Mm.
But well, I mean, you can take ideas from there so that you can later use to play with your own and make games shorter or longer or whatever you need.
Mm.
This is the good thing. I generally try to get to these places to get ideas.
Mm. Now, what I was thinking is like what you say about board games. This is to if you have a presential class, of course, you can do all the things that we did before the pandemic. Now, the thing is, when you have students online, so what can you do to get them to have the class and still not be exposed to the screen all the time? What can we do, right?
Well, it is much harder to not expose students when they are having an online class. As you
Mm,
mentioned before, one of the things you can do is have a more conversational class, at least for a part of the lesson, so that they can get off the screen and just talk to you as if it was a traditional phone conversation. But with some levels, especially lower levels, sometimes you need some visual aid for the students even in a conversational part. So maybe what we need to do in those situations is try to make this visual aid something that is not going to get them crazy, just help them relax but also help them learn, because it is much harder to disconnect when you are online. But what you can do is help them concentrate on what they are doing and maybe get them offline. Yes, even if they are looking at the screen, they are looking at the screen and what you are showing and looking at you, but not having to interact so much with a computer. So in a way, it feels more like a one-to-one conversation. I mean, uh, we try to do that when we are here too. This thing of having our cameras on most of the time, and talking to one another, having our microphones on, and talking as if we were in the same room. I know
Yeah,
it's not the same. Yes, I would love to have you all here, but it's not possible because we are all far away. Uh, but
and I
we,
tell you,
we try
I,
to make it more like that experience. Yes, we
mm,
share what's going on and keep our cameras on and stay here, stay focused here. Yes. Right
I
now.
tell you something about this thing, a meeting, right? It's that, for example, we have groups where today we are just three, four with Susanna, right? But in the group maybe we're 20 or more or less,
That's right.
and so that it is somebody's birthday and everybody starts saying happy birthday, and I feel awful because I know you, Marcela. I know you, Belen. I know Ceci, right? But saying happy birthday to a name that, but I cannot associate the name with the
the
face.
face.
I
It's
feel I'm not
yeah,
being authentic. So
yeah,
I prefer to keep quiet because everything of happy birthday, and I don't know who she is. I can so it's not because of the happy birthday. What I say is maybe I have poor memory, poor because I am not feeling the person. That I don't feel the person, right?
yeah,
Maybe we had an exchange, a conversation, which would be different if we were together in a room having coffee and
exactly.
so this is a perfect example of what happens in class.
Yeah,
the connection.
I agree
Where do
with
you
you.
establish the connection? So maybe there must be something, right, that characterizes that person, right? If you have a big group of 30 people online, it is impossible. But maybe if you have
No, it's
4
not
or 5,
possible.
yes.
I mean, I remember, and sorry, I go back to the pandemic and the memories from the pandemic, but I think it is important because it taught us this. I mean, I was teaching 20 children at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, uh, and it was the worst experience in my life. Yes, to be there trying to teach 20 children at the same time, and the parents on the other side were always telling me, but Belu, you're doing great and you have so much patience with them, but because you never shout, we listen to the other teachers and they are shouting, trying to get their attention, and you never shout, you have so much patience and they are learning and they enjoy and they have fun. But it was so hard, and it was so hard for them to connect with one another.
Mm.
Whereas I was having these small groups in my institute with 3, 4 students, and they were connecting because we had this moment of just us, and
Mm-hmm.
I insisted on cameras on, and we talked and we shared, and they showed what they were doing, and I made them interact a lot with what they had around and show and share their pets, share their house, their experiences, and they connected.
Mm.
So I
That's
think
right.
for online classes, the key is small groups or face or one-to-one classes.
Mm-hmm.
That is one of the things. And these moments, I mean, I know we need the visual aid, we need the presentation, we need the things to go through our material, but we also need this part of no presentation, no sharing, just
Mm-hmm.
us having a look at each other and talking and connecting and
Mm.
sharing. I always show my students that if my dog is around, and I know, okay, my dog is here, my cat is here. Sorry, my cat is walking in front of the screen. Their dogs start barking also. Oh, he's trying to help you, and talking about
Yes.
that, connecting, the
Well,
human connection.
one of the things that I remember from the pandemic is that when my sons had meetings, their teachers would ask them to, okay, go to the kitchen and find something that is blue, and then you bring it back and you describe it. Well, they have
Mm.
I mean the screen, and only that. Because also sharing, when you share a screen, you cannot see the whole of the class.
That's right.
So I remember that being in a class with 20 kids, and if you share a screen, you could not see all of them, only the person that was talking. So that is kind of awkward, let's say. So
Mm.
I believe that also what I try to do sometimes is like I send my to my students, even if it is a face-to-face class or online, I send them an image and I tell them, okay, look at this image for next time, and you try to memorize it. And when they come to the class, we discuss what they remember about the image, and we talk.
Mm.
And later, I show them the image. Okay, what was missing from your description? And there
Mm-hmm.
you have this. I mean, I think you can do this in person or you can do this online, and there you actually, because they will remember what they paid attention to. So those things that appeal to their senses are the activities that I think could be carried out when you have online or face-to-face classes.
Now that you say that, I was thinking that maybe of Bloomberg's taxonomy, no?
Exactly. Yeah.
Have that on mind and use that and say, how can I use this? In what way? Without the screen or
Because memory is something that people generally do not train.
exercise. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that is a very good thing. Okay, you remember this picture for next time. and there you see.
Or not, or bring them a picture, show them a picture, and now close your eyes and try to list all the things you remember from the picture.
Well, you can do that with students who have a very good level of English and they will speak. Because if they don't know the words, they won't speak on the spot. This is what happens to me with my students. My students don't like speaking. So what I generally do is, okay, look at this picture. If you don't know any words, you can find them out. We will speak about this. Because this is the key, I think. If they don't know the words, they can find them out.
I use something that, for example, for the there is, there are, once they've known this, I say, okay, now I'm going to describe my office. So now you will draw my office.
Okay.
Let's see who interprets my office better. And then I ask them to describe their office, and we draw, and then we share the pictures, for example. Right?
Need to leave for the webinar.
Prepositions or that, right?
Yes, don't worry. I'm telling the girls I'll be there in 5.
Okay. Okay. So
no, I won't be going, but I asked you just in case because I remember there's a webinar.
Yes, there is a webinar. We are also having a couple more webinars this year.
Yes.
Well, you know what happens to me? For example, I didn't go to the one on AI because everything is AI. All my students are with AI. We do AI here. So I am kind of I need time for gardening. I need time for real life.
Well, I get you there. Yesterday, no, on Thursday, it was Teachers' Day, so we didn't have to work. I canceled all my private lessons. I canceled the live, and we did gardening. So now my garden is ready for spring.
Right. That's fantastic.
Because we needed that. The garden needed that.
Yes. Sure. So we meet again.
Just to let you know, there is a webinar on the 4th of October.
Yes.
And another one on the 18th, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So just so you know, I don't have the topics yet. I will be making the flyers soon and we will be sharing them. And I believe we should be meeting on the 11th. The thing is that is going to be a long weekend.
I won't be here from between the 10th and the 20th,
So
maybe we should talk about it in the group all together.
Yes.
What to do.
I won't be able to join in any meetings on the 18th because I have something planned already.
Okay. So I think then I will let Cynthia know and we can talk about it all together in the group to see what we can do, because I didn't realize at first, but we are having a holiday on the 10th, apparently.
Yes.
So it will be a long weekend, and generally on long weekends we do not.
People don't, no.
Especially if the holiday is on Friday, because cutting everything. If the holiday was on Monday, maybe you
that is different.
Online on Saturday, and then we start our long weekend later. But not like this. So I don't know. But the problem is that the previous and the following Saturdays there are webinars. So I am exhausted.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, they are amazing. They are great. I like them very much. But it makes us make all these changes, which is complicated for our organization, and we are forced to have shorter meetings, which is also a pity.
We will. The history say we'll meet on the 4th from 9 to 10 because later we have the webinar.
Okay,
or we can meet after the webinar on the...
Probably on the 4th, maybe. I don't know. Well, we can talk about it in the group and decide.
Okay.
Is that okay for you?
Definitely.
Perfect.
Okay.
Well, great.
Bye
I have
bye.
to leave. Bye
See you
bye.
next time.
Have
Bye
a nice
bye.
weekend.
Have a nice weekend.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Ali.
Bye.